Hello everyone, my name is Vanitas and welcome back to the world. In this video, we're gonna be building more of the houses and I'm gonna be building the zombie villager transition chamber here. I don't know exactly how I should call it, but that's the best name that I could come up with. As you can see, I've done some little planning here with the path blocks because I wanted to just get an image in my head of what I want to do exactly. Pretty much I want to have 3 rooms here. The first one being where I put the villagers in. The second one being where I turn the villager into a zombie villager. And the third one being the one where I put the zombie villagers in, pretty much turn them back to villagers from zombie villagers, and it would be great to have more than one in the room, so I should have a pretty spacious room. You know, I gotta make weakness potions, and it's kind of, annoying having to like make a potion for every single villager. So if I have just a few in a room, that would be great, but I also have to make sure that they're in a decent space apart so that when they turn back into regular villagers, they don't attack each other. And yeah, so pretty much I'll just have them separated with like minecarts. Probably make it a bit bigger than what I laid out here, which is like a 5x5, but pretty much just the groundwork, kind of a schematic, mini schematic. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today. Also, I grabbed a bit of red sand, so I'll make some of this area into sand in the ground so it will start looking cooler. In the last episode, I built these 2 houses, which look quite awesome. To be fair, they look pretty cool, quite cozy on the inside. From the outside, they're very bright, very orange, and I do quite like that. I especially like this house. Inside it looks just very cool, and it's like a very reimagined vanilla acacia type of house, you know. I just like how it looks. Okay, so let's lay out the materials here. As you can see, I collected a decent amount of warped logs and a decent amount of red sand, so pretty much this amount of red sand will definitely be enough to cover like most of the island. I don't think I'll need like an incredible amount, and this much warped logs will definitely be enough for this build that I'm doing. Plus I'm gonna like make other things with the warped wood, like stairs and slabs and stuff, to make the build look cooler. Also, I have some rails to lay down for the villagers and stuff. It's pretty much I'm gonna have this house here and just have a little entrance to put the villagers in through a little hole with a rail with a minecart. So let's fix this up a bit. I don't like how close to this spot this is, so let's just shave this off a bit. Yeah, I guess that's good enough. So let's grab a couple stacks of this and a couple stacks of red sandstone. Also have some stairs, some cut sandstone, some chiseled. Pretty much I don't really have any design in mind. I'm just gonna try to come up with something on the fly. So I feel like the best way to do that is to just start placing blocks, and I'm not gonna do it exactly in these path blocks. I'm gonna go to the side a bit. So I think I'm just gonna make it 4 blocks tall. Okay, so these are the pillars, pretty much the area where I will be building it in. And let's try to make these look a bit more interesting. Let's start off with the walls, I guess. What I can do is put some cut sandstone and then try to do something similar with these, like the walls on the regular houses, and add in some chiseled, some red sandstone, and yeah, that looks quite interesting. Some stairs here would look cool, but at the same time I feel like this is a bit like too much in, because if I'm gonna have glass panes it won't line up nicely. Kind of don't like that. So perhaps what I can do is I'll go for this type of design at the tops here, and then have stairs going across this. Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be a bit better. And then here I think I'll have the like entry point for the villagers. I'll just have a little 2x2 door here. I'll have like the ability to put rails through in here and just have fence gates so that I can push them through and they won't get hurt by the fence gates, but they also will not be able to like escape. Yeah, that's a pretty cool entrance, I would say. I can add some buttons on these things to make it look a bit more interesting, add more depth to it. You know what? I got a cool idea for this wall. I'm gonna make it like this, and then like this. And then I will go to the crafting table, make some warp trap doors. Then we can have this type of window here, because this is like the transition chamber. So I feel like having a full window here isn't actually a good idea, because you know, then the other villagers will be able to see what's going on inside. That type of idea. Obviously, they, even if they are able to see inside, they won't care. But like, I mean, that kind of idea, you know, is cool. And then here I'd like to do some walls, just some red sandstone walls like this. Add some extra depth once again. So see, what I can already say is that the build looks already quite cool, and you can understand why I wanted to use these blocks. It's because they just look so well, they just look so good together, you know, like these two blocks are just such a good combination. That's why like I wanted to use them so badly. Let's add some trapdoors here and there to like give it some extra depth once again, using the same word, because that's what it really is. It just adds depth. It doesn't make it as flat. And now this is gonna be the room where all the zombie villagers are gonna be located in. I feel like having a good big window here is actually quite useful, because it will just help see what's going on inside and to see which villagers are not turned and which are. What I'm gonna do is do this thing again that I've done before. Then I'll just have glass panes in the middle, and it will just be a cool looking wall and cool looking window. And you know, that looks quite good. To be fair, when I used this combination of blocks in another world, I did use green glass as a complementary glass, because I feel like green has a decent contrast with both of these blocks. So I put the lime glass in, and right instantly you can see that it just pops, you know, it just pops. I don't know if that's a good way to explain it, but I just see it way better. Pretty much the outside walls are done. All that's left is to add all the details. Okay, I added the details, I added the stairs up here, and yeah, from the outside it looks quite interesting. The hard part is gonna be right now thinking of how to make this roof look cool, because if you look at it from the top, it is incredibly flat and incredibly long. So I'm gonna try to do something like I did with that. Hopefully it will turn out good. Okay, well, I've gone around almost the entire way, and it looks interesting. It looks like a weird little hat. This kind of feels like the places where I have the logs, I should add something else instead of just straight stair. I just place it here. I mean, that's interesting. I don't know if the terracotta really fits it that well. Maybe cut red sandstone here, fit a bit better. Okay, I've made some decent progress with the roof. I mean, it looks interesting so far. Honestly, I don't really know what I'm doing. If you look at it from the top, it's got an interesting design, like some sort of capsule. Pretty much what I did is where I added the cut sandstone, I just kept going up with it and adding stairs. So it's kind of like different on this part and on this, so it's kind of weird. I don't know if this is gonna end up looking good. I'm gonna keep continuing this sort of design, and I hope that it doesn't turn out into something like an abomination. It's gonna be like half of a pyramid and half like, I don't know. And we got this cool little thingy. Repeat that on the other side. Also, the reason this roof design is kind of harder is because the building isn't like super symmetrical, because like one half is shorter, like when there's this middle that I've declared to be the middle with these cut sandstone blocks. I just fell off. And this wall is only like what, 5 blocks from here, and this wall from here is like 7 blocks, so it's asymmetrical, and that's why it's kind of harder to keep it symmetrical. Holy, the red sandstone is so red because of the sunset. I feel like the roof is kind of finished now. The only problem is that there's absolutely zero lighting on the top. On these two builds, I just placed a jack-o'-lantern and covered it up, but on this one I'm not exactly sure how to do it, because the roof is so intricate. In here I could put the jack-o'-lanterns like this, and that lights it up quite well. Yeah, that looks nice. I just need to add some on the other side. I slept, but I feel like I shouldn't have, because now I won't really be able to see how bright this place is, but I guess I can look at F3. Yeah, all of them do seem to be pretty good, so nothing should spawn on the roof. Looking at it, let's look at it from the side. I feel like that looks pretty awesome. I mean, it kind of looks like a Subway sandwich, the type of vibe I'm kind of getting. But it honestly is quite a cool design. And I have to kind of think of a way to light up the surrounding area here. And just throwing down a jack-o'-lantern here, I don't think that's gonna look that good. I mean, it looks alright. But I mean, honestly, it's not that bad. I thought it's gonna obstruct the build way more. So I might as well add these on every spot like this. Okay, just add a few more and boom. I think with that, the outside is fully done. Yeah, this looks quite cool. And now comes the interior design. Okay, so first I'll start with the reception chamber, I guess is what you'd call it. I feel like just some warped logs like this would be good. Now, I think what I'm gonna do is take the lazy route of the ceiling, because I could try to do what I did with these two builds, where if I go inside, the ceiling is based off of the outside, just kind of inverted. But in here, that's gonna be incredibly hard to do, especially with walls in between. I'm just gonna kind of cover it up, to be honest. I'm gonna add some of these here, and yeah, this is gonna be pretty much the ceiling. I'll put warped trapdoors on this. This is gonna be just pretty much the first room. Then I feel like we'll just have a wall like this, so that the minecart can go in like this. And then here, I'll make it stop like here, I think, with a block. Now, I'm not sure, but I think even though he's in a minecart, I still might have to name him, which is gonna be the annoying part. Well, now it's time to do a floor that looks cool. I feel like I'll just do warped logs like this, and then in the middle, just red sandstone. Here I'll have the zombie, and here, right here, I think, in this hole. Then I need to do the floor in this room. There we go. I think that looks quite nice. Okay, and the ceiling is done. I did have to make more jack-o'-lanterns, and that did take a little while, but there we go. This room is also pretty much done. And now, once in here, I would like to separate them out like this, I guess. The thing is, for each one of these, I will need a lever to separate it. Okay, I think like this is good enough. Then I'll be able to have like 3 villagers here, and I'll need a zombie in here. I think the best way will be to get it through the back here. I'm gonna call the zombie Scrubscribe, because I don't know, why not. Okay, it's nighttime, so I just need to find one zombie. Okay, finally I got a zombie. Now sadly there are so many mobs around that it's quite annoying. So now we got a skeleton spider jockey. Okay, well, I got 3 zombies, so I'm gonna take all 3 with me. Okay, I left one. His name is Scrubscribe. For now, I just need to get him in the hole. Come on, get in here. Get in the minecart. Yes! I did it! Let's go. Alright, that's great. Now I need to rebuild the wall. Okay, well, he's officially in there forever, hopefully. I think pretty much this build is fully done. I put some blocks in here, so when I want to make a zombie villager, I come in here. I also need to put the rails in. Bring one inside. Let him go through. Make sure he gets turned into a zombie villager. Once he does, I remove this block. Place a rail. Make him go through. And then I can do that with 3 villagers. Like, would be great to test it out on my farmers, since they're the ones that I want to turn first. Okay, I looked up my seed on Chunkbase, and there's a dark forest this way. In like a couple thousand blocks. I'm gonna fly over there, harvest some mushrooms so I can make weakness potions, and then come back, cook some up, and I'll be with you guys then. Okay, I got some splash potions of weakness. I got 3 golden apples. I actually had to go farm some apples, and now actually I'm not sure how I'm gonna get the farmers to that house. I guess what I can do, and that's actually gonna be quite a smart idea, is grab all of these composters, and I'll go place them in here, and they should, I'm pretty sure they should pathfind here. Well, it doesn't really look like it. I think I'll have to lay down some rails and get them over there, which is gonna be quite annoying. Okay, I got one of them in. Oh my god, that took way too long. Okay, let's push him in. And why isn't the zombie hitting him? Ooh, he's finally been turned. I was getting the other guys in. Okay, but that's perfect. Now I can get him over to this room. He can go. Okay. Now let's change this into that. Let's get this guy in. No, wrong way. Don't go that way. No! No! Okay, I found the reason. The reason was because I was in the room. Oh, what? Why did he kill him? What? Oh, my difficulty is on normal, not on hard. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. How could I have forgotten such an important thing, bro? Well, I guess for now then, I'll just have 2 of these guys. And let's just see if this even works. So let's use the splash potion right there. He's got the effect. Okay, both of them have the effect. Yeah, now they should be cured after a few minutes. Let's just wait. Ooh, I got the achievement. Zombie doctor. Let's go check through the window. One of them is indeed cured. Oh, both of them got cured. The 1 emerald. I mean, one. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't speak, but 1 melon for an emerald. And this guy also buys pumpkins for an emerald. Now, one thing that I didn't think about is the exit system. Okay, I think just a trapdoor like this is gonna be good enough to make it look a bit nicer, but like I feel like that's good enough, to be honest. And now I need to make sure I don't hit the villagers on accident. They should just leave now. Okay, let's get 12 from that, 12 more from that. There we go. There we go. 12 more. 3 emeralds. Not exactly free, but very cheap. Yeah, that is great. And I do have to admit that that was one of the most annoying things I have done in Minecraft. And it makes sense because villagers are very annoying to deal with. And I did say that this episode I'm gonna go get netherite, but I might have even cut that out because at this point I know that I'm not going to get netherite anymore, because I feel like this episode has already turned out to be a pretty lengthy one if I included most of the parts of me talking. And yeah, so I built this cool villager curing and infecting chamber. I mean, just the design looks quite awesome. Definitely looks better than any ones I've done before in my worlds, which have been just very mid, to be honest. This one's actually a cool house with a cool design, a cool interior, exterior. Like, I'm quite proud of it. It took quite a while, and I feel like just for this episode that's gonna be quite enough. I mean, I was planning to do more, but I didn't think this would take so long. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Next episode I'm gonna build at least 1 more of the houses, probably one of those with the yellow tops. And yeah, I think that's gonna be pretty fun to do. I'm gonna try to include that yellow terracotta in the design, and I'll try to set up more farmers so that I can cure them. I might even cure them off camera, because like, I mean, you've seen how it happens now, so I might just try to do some off camera, because it is quite a lengthy process and it's quite annoying, to be honest. Also, since I will just be maybe building 1 or 2 of the houses, I will be getting the netherite next time. I have to try and find a bastion to get the netherite template, and it's, yeah, I think it's gonna be quite fun. So for this episode, that's gonna be all. I hope you enjoyed me building this cool little building, cool house. And yeah, if you did enjoy it, please leave a like. That would be very appreciated. Also, please leave a comment letting me know what you think of the build, and if you have any suggestions on what I should build next. And make sure to subscribe to not miss one of the episodes. Go check out the other episodes or any other video. And that's gonna be it. See you guys next time. Goodbye.